So I decided to run this little test, and I've actually been doing this over the past week, but I had to go and reinstall VidAttack Alpha, so I cannot show you the previous campaigns that I run, but I'm just testing this right now, and it's doing exactly the same thing again. And what that is basically I created a 2-minute video, okay, and then I put it onto YouTube, and I put it as unlisted, but I had put in my tags, and the tags were the same as what I want to use for my VidAttack Alpha campaigns, and also those tags are available within the title itself as well. So for example, here you can see the title is On-Page SEO Checklist for 2018. So I've got tags like On-Page SEO, On-Page SEO Checklist, On-Page SEO for 2018, those kind of phrases, but all of those words are in the title, whether it's an exact match or whether it's a broad match, they're in that title, so that it makes sense for the VidAttack Alpha to go and try and find those keywords because they're in the title. So what I did is I went, first of all, I made it unlisted, and then first of all I went over into Traffic Scout Alpha. And with Traffic Scout Alpha, I started to run some video sharing site backlinks. You can see here, I've got something like 800 accounts. I'm probably going to get about 400 links from this. And you can see there's a whole bunch of green, there's some red as well. There's a couple of sites not working as far as the uploading is concerned. This immediately has pushed me into page 1 or number 1 spot of YouTube. So what I've done in the settings in here is I have done just to search in YouTube. Okay, so I've put in 2 main keywords that I thought we were likely to get found for. On-Page SEO Checklist for 2018, On-Page SEO Checklist. Okay, what I can do now is I can bring that down to just On-Page SEO, which is kind of the main keyword. It's going to be the high traffic keyword, in theory anyway. I think a lot of people, when they're searching for things like on-page SEO, they might be using a modifier like tips or techniques or strategies, or put a date on it like 2018 or something like that. So that doesn't necessarily mean, because it's the short tail keyword, it doesn't, and probably it's got a higher search volume as well, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're getting really targeted people. If people are searching for a checklist, then those kind of people you can sell to. Okay, they're looking for something specific. We can either sell to them, or we can, give them a checklist in exchange for the email, and so we can remarket to them again and again and again. So in many ways, the keyword that has got that modifier at the end is higher value than the shorter tail keyword. Okay, I know it doesn't make complete sense, but just bear with me, because they're looking for something specific. They're going to be easier to get a hold of, to be able to get into your email list. If they're looking for a checklist, provide them a checklist. And there's a lot of people looking for this kind of thing if you're in the SEO niche, or you're in the marketing niche, social media marketing, whatever type of local marketing that you do. And the other thing that we can do as well with this, especially with this on-page SEO, is give them the Yoast SEO import settings, because a lot of people are really confused about that, and that should increase your conversion rates really well, so that we can get those people onto an email list, and we nurture that email list long term. Okay, so simple experiment is that I had the video unlisted, then I ran some video sharing site links. I didn't even wait for that campaign to finish with the video sharing site links. In fact, it's still running now. I probably got about maybe 100 or so links, maybe a couple of hundred, I'm not quite sure, before I made it unlisted, before I made it public, I mean. Okay, and when I made it public, then I immediately was found on page 1 of YouTube. Okay, so all I'm doing is searching YouTube first. Now the next thing I want to do, after maybe we've done, how many we've done so far? 9. Maybe after we've done about 25, I'm going to introduce Google Video. What I want to do is stick in YouTube right now so I can get some fast views. I've got a 2-minute video, so it's going to be really fast to get through that video, and so that it goes on to the next view. I did not put any time delay in between. okay? And you can see I've got my view count to increase by 55. So that's going to be 55 divided by 2 initially, then I added that third one there, so it's going to be divided by 3. Okay, that's how many views they will get each, about 15, 16, 17, something like that from now, I guess. And then we can click save, and then we can rerun, or we can run the campaign again, okay? So after that 55 years, or after even 25 years, I can start to think about Google Video. I might just let it run, like go on a bike run or something like that and come back later. Hopefully we'll be finished. And then we can narrow down into Google Video. And when we're getting found in the Google search engine, Google Video, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, is let's go over to Google right now. If I just type in here, on-page SEO. Oh, let's put in an on-page SEO checklist actually. Put the full title in here. So we got the all results, and we're not going to be found in here. There's just no way that we're going to be found in here right now. We just basically published it publicly, made it public. So we might be found in the video section. Let's find out. There we are. We're number 1 in the video section already, and that's just 2 hours ago we posted it. Okay, so I've let it sit there as unlisted for probably an hour, and then I come back and then I make it public after I've done probably about 200 backlinks from video sharing sites. So this is teeing up nicely. I can actually activate this now within my my campaign here. So what I can do is go into edit, and I'm going to check Google Video, because I know it's going to be found there now, and I can click on save. And now I can start to run it again and just let it run in the background, and it's going to find me on the Google search engine as well as the YouTube search engine, okay? So this is very, very nice little trick to be able to get your videos found quite quickly, to get them ranking quite quickly. And you know, how easy can it be? It cannot be any simpler than this. Even for keywords like this, we're getting found, okay? I've seen somebody selling a course like how to get page 1 or number 1 on YouTube. It's not hard. That is really, really not hard. We can do this in the SEO niche. The thing is, when you release a video, if you got a little bit of authority in your account, then in your channel, sorry, then you can get found pretty quickly on page 1. Using this little trick, unlist the video, run some video sharing site links with Traffic Scout Alpha, then make it public. Hopefully you get into page 1, and the very next search that happens within the VidTech Alpha, run those high retention views between 93 and 100%, okay? And you can then go and check on Google Video. So once we're in the Google search engine, not the YouTube search engine, and we start to run more high retention views, and plus there's still those backlinks coming into this video as well from other video sharing sites, which are high authority sites, then hopefully that's going to push it into this main Google search here, whether we can get into page 5, 6 or something like that, and then it's just a matter of increasing the high retention views. And that link within your video description, remember we put one link in the video description, link into a landing page or a blog post that we want to get ranking for those keywords, that's the one that's going to start ranking, and it will overtake your video. Okay, try it. It works. If you got VidTech Alpha, if you got Traffic Scout Alpha, or if you got Video Synd Alpha, you can do this. Okay, Traffic Scout Alpha has the Video Synd Alpha tab. Video Synd Alpha obviously has got Video Synd Alpha stuff in there for video sharing. Okay, but it works. It just plain works. Test it and see.